more updates on the collision involving two vehicles and a train at the Oshodi area of Lagos early this morning. Now, according to Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, a bus conveying passengers to their destination and the Highlander collided with the train, which dragged them for a while before both cars went off the track. We now know that the driver of a Toyota Highlander has died from his injuries, and that's according to the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, which also says that his son has been hospitalized. But the driver of the commercial bus and 5 of his passengers escaped death, although some of them sustained injuries resulting from the impact of the collision. The vehicles have been removed from the road with the aid of Lasema's light rescue operation equipment. Lagos State government has released guidelines for the resumption of public and private schools. A statement issued by the Commissioner for Education, Folashade Adefisayo, says that only JSS 3 and SS2 students in public schools will be allowed to resume school on Monday, 21st of September. The Commissioner says the plan is to enable public schools meet COVID-19 social distancing rules and other safety protocols and help the students prepare well for their examinations. Only primary and secondary private schools are allowed to resume on Monday, September 21st. But government strongly recommends that school owners should put safety measures above all other interests. The Commissioner emphasized that pre-primary classes in both public and private schools will resume class until further announcements are made by the government. In Ekiti State, Governor Kayode Fayemi has ordered the reopening of primary and secondary schools on the 21st of September to put an end to months of schools closure due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Governor Fayemi, who disclosed this in a statewide broadcast on Sunday evening, also directed that tertiary institutions in Ekiti State be reopened to students from October 2nd, subject to each institution's governing council's decision, but with very strict adherence to safety protocols to curb the spread of COVID-19. Specifically, the governor said students in SS2, JSS3 and Primary 6 are to resume on the 21st of September, while students in SS1, JSS2 and Primary 5 and 4 are to resume from September 28. Students in JSS1 and Primary 1 to 3 are to resume on October 19, while pupils in kindergarten and nursery schools are expected to resume on November the 2nd, when more assurance of safety for the age bracket would have been established. The governor noted that the decision to open more classes was taken because there has been no spike traceable to students in exit classes who are writing their certificate examinations. And in reaction to the crisis in LASU, the Lagos State government says it expects that management of institutions pay up staff salaries to avoid situations that look more like a deliberate sabotage of efforts of Sanwo-Olu's administration. In a reaction through the Office of the Special Advisor to the Governor on Education, Lagos State government says the LASU collects 450 million naira every month from the state government as subvention. The government stated that it is also responsible for the recently approved 8,000-plus bed hostels, as well as payment for the accreditation exercise, which cost the government close to 500 million naira on LASU as part of its infrastructural development drive in the institution. A Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Dr. Obadiah Mailafia, on Monday for the 3rd time honored an invitation from the Department of State Security Services. Mailafia arrived at DSS headquarters at about 11 a.m. for another round of interrogation over an interview he granted that the sitting governor in the north is the commander of the Boko Haram sect. The former presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress in the 2019 presidential election on arrival was cheered by hundreds of his supporters who stormed the DSS headquarters.